my question is, I have a couple questions. I have a neighbor, in my community. I'm pretty much like, I feel like the only atheist, and my son have a lot of, his friends that, he plays, and they're Christians and Jewish. And, sometimes I feel like my son, he's being treated different because, he doesn't actually question people, and he's scared to actually keep questioning other people's beliefs, because I think he gets scared of being discriminated for it. So
how old is your son?
He's about 10 years old now. He'll be 11 next year. Yeah.
Russell,
so,
I think this is pretty relevant to your experience, right?
Yeah. So that's the thing. The reason for the call, it's like more for like an advice, and I've been in Brazil. I was I'm a biologist in Brazil, and here I'm a scrub tech. I work for a hair doctor, and I'm being raised by a atheist father and a Christian mother.
Yeah.
And
so,
yes.
I'm hoping your son is sort of aware that there are different religious beliefs out there, and different people have sort of different beliefs, and they kind of come at things different way. And some of the beliefs, encourage people to try to convert others, and other beliefs, maybe more private. Some people believe very passionately, and some people are questioning. I hope your son is aware of the sort of gamut of possibilities out there, right?
Yes, he is very aware of it, and he was asking me about the Pledge of Allegiance at school. So, what do you guys think?
We don't like it terribly much.
Yeah, I think even taking out the under God part, which was added in the 50s. Even without that, there's something kind of a little bit weird and creepy about pledging allegiance to a state in general. I've been an American all my life, and there are a lot of things that I appreciate about the country, and I'm happy to live here. But saying something that amounts to blind loyalty, no matter who the dear leader is a little strange. And unsettling sometimes.
It's like a religion. Nationalism is very much like religion, right? You still with us, Leonardo?
Oh, we lost him. Yeah, but I mean, there's plenty more we could probably say on this topic.
Right. Well, if his kid is questioning other folks about their beliefs, he may need to be aware that he's, potentially walking in a field of mines. that 20, 30 years ago, religion used to be a topic of not a polite topic of conversation, because people often disagreed and had different views and these sorts of things. And might be best to avoid those topics, even though he may be very curious about them, just for the sake of keeping peace with friends and neighbors.
It depends on how risk averse he is. I mean, I think that is definitely good advice to the kid. That basically you don't have to argue with people all the time,
or plumb the depths of what the beliefs are, or these sorts of things, right?
I mean, the 10 years old means almost in middle school / junior high school, whatever they call it in your part of the country, and that is a rough time for a lot of young people, and they are just looking for any excuse to divide people up into categories and subdivisions.
Peer pressure is very important at that age, right?
Yeah. If you step back and look at the bigger picture, it's not that important in the long term who your friends are in junior high school. But it can be a great source of stress at the time. It's also a time when your brain's getting bigger and you're learning more about the world, and there's nothing really wrong with poking and prodding as much as you feel comfortable with in order to feel out your own identity. But you shouldn't feel like you're not doing your job if you're not arguing with people about their silly God beliefs all the time.
Right.
And also keep coming to your dad with questions and read things on your own, whatever makes sense at your grade level.
Make home be a safe place for conversations like that. That's always a good place.